Right, is it going to be time to say goodbye to the Chevrolet?
Hi, my name's Lyndon.
I'm Dawn.
Go on, Pogo, go on. Go on, Pogo. Go, jump. Jump. So today, will I buy this SsangYong or won't I? Still a little bit undecided on this. So there's a little bit of corrosion on the mount. I need to get something to look at. You never say never. But yesterday there was a lot of activity going on the farmland around the campsite with, you won't be able to see here, but this field here, the fields over in the distance were all basically harvested. It's the rape that was done, so the wheat is still in this field here. But obviously, because it's been so wet, the farmers have got to grab the break in the weather while it was dry and sunny to get the rape in. And my understanding, it's not going to be a particularly good harvest this year on the rape side of things. But I've spotted 3 hares. So now the rape's been cut down, because that's really high. It's like sort of waist high. If you are at the nurseries, do look out over the fields and you'll see you'll start to see the hares appearing. So I'm assuming this will be next. And if you possibly can't see, but once the heads of the wheat sort of tend to dip over, that's when that's time for harvesting. But here, I'll try and walk down a little bit. 6 o'clock this morning, if you were on the site, you could hear tractors and trailers, and you're wondering what was going on. What's been going on, and you've been wondering what the smell was. Well, look at this in front of us here. Right, so just the other night, it was at 8 o'clock, wasn't it? I walked Rasher down here, and this is all the rape field. In fact, that hasn't not even bothered cutting the rape down there by the looks of it. It's that bad. And this is all the muck that has been brought up. So if you're on the campsite, you're wondering, bloody hell, what's the whiff? That's the joys of living in the countryside. And with a pile like that, there's going to be flies. Will we get complaints? Oh, there's flies on the campsite. And the other thing that's also will now happen is all the mice that were out in these fields, a lot of them will have run, and a lot of them will be in the perimeters now. So yeah, we'll start to get mice showing up and things. Right, here's Rasher in the office. Let's see what today brings and see whether I can pop out for an hour and think about this car. Glorious, glorious, glorious weather. Right, bins. I had a mass sort out and bounce on these the other day. This is a bit confusing if you come to the nurseries. General waste, recycling, red lid, black lid. So when I first came here last year, we were telling everybody to use the right bins, and then when the bin men came, the Biffa people, they said all the recycling, all the sorting, it's all done at the depot, which is like, anyway. So I am now going to be spending a few minutes bouncing up and down, and I'm not super heavy, in the bins. And this afternoon, if everything goes to plan, I've only got 2 pitches to mow, so it's not really much grass cutting to do because it's all been done in the last couple of days. But I've got the tops of some hedging down at the bottom where the seasonals back onto touring, and again that shouldn't take that long. But yeah, the growth this year compared to last year of all the grass and the greenery is absolutely surreal. A year ago when I was here, we only cut back the hedges once during the whole season, and that was in September, right when nesting season was well gone. And I've had can't think if it's the 3rd cut now that we're on. Anyway, got that to do. But Bonnie, hello Bonnie regularly sends me messages and sort of cryptic clues over and Haribos. So Bonnie sent over a coffee, and a big shout out to John Meow. Apparently that's a nickname. I'm not too sure where that comes from, and he's not a cat. Meow. What a cracking nickname that is, isn't it? Meow. I've never heard of that nickname before. And Bonnie basically says, give Rashi a big fuss and everything like that. So yeah, thanks ever so much for sending over that coffee. And so I've now got our departures list all done and ready for today. So all being well, that's going to go quite smoothly. We had somebody couldn't come yesterday, should have been here yesterday for reasons. So I've said that they can come early from 10 o'clock. So they're going to arrive. But technically speaking, they're an arrival from yesterday, if that makes any sense. But they did phone me and let me know, so that's wonderful. Then I've got today's arrivals, so nobody should be on till 1 o'clock to sort out. And as ever, I've got tomorrow's list all written down for arrivals and departures. So fingers crossed, tomorrow is Wednesday, and I should be off on Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful day. And we're full this weekend, so if you had any plans to come to the nurseries this weekend, you ain't going to get in. We're absolutely 100% full. But if you did want to come the following weekend, I think there's still, 2 grass pitches left, but they'll go. And then we're into the big bank holiday weekend, and again, 100% full. But September is a wonderful time to come away. So if you're thinking about coming away, you want to come here when we're really quiet and peaceful. Well, we're always quiet and peaceful anyway. But September is a lovely time. Right, back into the office. I've got a couple of bits and bobs to do, and I do need to just go and do a quick loo check. And then I need to send a couple of messages regarding this possible car. What to do. Heart and minds and flaming cars. I've had to also order, I'm down to earlier, a handful of Campsite Warden stickers. So if you've not seen those before, we've got these available. If you visit the nurseries in reception, you can have one for free. Go and pick one up. If you'd like to donate 50p to help me cover my cost, please do, but you don't have to pay for them if you're on site. If you want a sticker posting to you, and that includes you there, hiya, hello. Yeah, you. There is a link in the description where you can order those online as well. Obviously, it's just cover the printing and postage costs. The flipping price of stamps is extortionate nowadays. But yeah, another batch of those from my printers on the way, all being well, in the next couple of days. I hope, fingers crossed, I won't run out. I'm going to nip down to Alford to re-look at this Korando. I've got a little notes printed out here about 2 of the problems that are advisories on the MOT to go and have a chat about, and I know it's going to cost me going forward for whatever I negotiate the price with now. I know I'm going to have to spend 750 quid ish on it. That's getting a tow bar fitted and a couple of other potential bits and bobs. So at this time of day now, what time is it? Down 11:15. Everybody now that should be checked out, and we've got one we're waiting for. So I'm just handing over and delegating responsibilities to. Are you assisting PJ?
Well, apparently so. They're still not off that pitch. He's my assistant.
He's assistant. So I've got
assistant council. I'm Mark.
2 assistants. Oh, you're Mark today,
Apparently
Mark.
so. Yeah.
So Dan and
No, I'm not an assistant.
PJ. Well, what about you?
I'm campsite warden. He's assistant.
No, I'm the campsite warden.
JP,
No, you're not here.
Yeah, well, you haven't got.
I'm not coming as an assistant campsite warden. I'm not doing job. I'm either campsite warden or I'm not. Anything.
Well,
It's up to you.
so far campsite warden sounds a lot better than assistant. Or a lot worse than
Oh,
assistant.
you can have you can have the titles for an hour while I'm out. I'm just going to go and do
campsite
it.
what you told me to do.
Only for an hour.
I'm campsite warden for an hour.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
So picture number 2, look out for. Nobody else should be checking in now until after 1 o'clock. So we've got an hour and a half. The word shouldn't be, but let them in. Apart from picture number 2, who should have been here yesterday. They couldn't make it, but I've said that they can come in early.
Yeah, I might change that rule.
And you're clearing rabbit droppings?
I'm picking rabbit.
Yeah. And septic tank empties. Make sure the right septic tank gets emptied if they come. It's really important.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
It's one job,
I've
one
got
man.
to watch the gate.
Yeah.
I've got to go on a conference call with everyone soon.
Actually, it's funny you should say that. Right, is it going to be time to say goodbye to the Chevrolet? Or will I be coming back with a Korando? There's my old Korando reg plate number on the back of the van. This van needs a clean. Yeah, right, let's go and have a quick butchers, and all being well, nothing will go wrong in the next hour. Right, like any second-hand car, it's always a gamble, isn't it? But let's go for this. I don't like this Chevrolet. There's been problems after problems with it, and at least I know that car. I know the SsangYong, and I've got the service history, the past on it, all the MOT. Yeah, right, let's go. All parked up, and I know Dan and JP will have been up to some exploits whilst I've been away. I'm damn sure of that. Half an hour before check-ins are due. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they've been up to. Very interesting. Oh dear God! Oh, my Haribos have gone. I've now got a Haribo shortage, which is not good. Oh, flipping heck, Dan! You've nicked my Haribos. I need some Haribos back. At least I've got a full bag of mint Imperials here that haven't been opened. At least he's not robbed into me flaming mint Imperial. But where's my Haribos all gone? I've been robbed. One of the other things, when you get a car and you've had it a while, it just gets full of crap, doesn't it? Like bits that you put in. So the minute I've got a clear canvas on everything. Yeah. Anyway, if you've never seen inside a Korando before, I love these cars. They're absolutely brilliant cars. So this is a little bit dated, and as I say, it's not as high spec as I used to have, but it's just yeah, simplicity at times can work. All clean and tidy. Didn't check the glove box. Wheel nuts are all in there. What's that? I'm not too sure why Simpson's key in there. The only other thing with this, there's only one key with it. So I might need to get a key cut. Well, not a key cut, a key programmed, etc. And look what it's got. Oh, I've got a handbrake, a proper flipping handbrake. Those electric handbrakes, I've never taken to them at all. And look what else it's got. I can lift this up with one hand. It's got a spare flaming wheel, a full-size spare wheel. Every car should have one of them. It should be criminal not to have a spare wheel. Again, seats all flipped down. Yeah, lovely little car. They're absolute. I love the Korandos. Can't believe I managed to find one. See, they're all reclined, loads of leg room if you're in the back. Little things sort of. Look, even somewhere to put your seat belts. Little cubby hole in the back. Little nets. When your seats go down, look how flat they go. All of that. Look at that. To show you from the back. Loads of storage space. Right, all being well, we'll have no dramas with the Korando. Hey, it's a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. Let's go and see. Let's go and see how Rasher is. I did manage to grab a pie before as well. Right, where are you, Rasher? You're on the floor there. How are you doing? How are you doing? You coming up on the bed? Do you want a treat? You've been a good girl. Come on then. Way up you come. There you go. You've been a good girl. Hey, you old girl, aren't you? There you go. I just had an amazing couple just arrived. I've just checked them in on pitch number 2. This is an amazing story. So they've just come in and they should have been here yesterday, and it turns out because they had such a lot on, they wouldn't have been able to leave home till late. They wouldn't have got here till very, very late, and they decided to pause their stay with us by one day. But they've just got married at the weekend, so they're on honeymoon. Hey, we've actually had a honeymoon couple in the pod. I can't remember if it was this year or last year, but yeah, but they've chosen to come and stay with us on honeymoon for a few days. So they are going to Italy for a second honeymoon, but they were just saying that they got married on Saturday, and I'm assuming they had a reception at a big hotel, not too sure where, but they had the breakfast at the hotel, etc., etc., on the Sunday. And by 3 o'clock on the Sunday afternoon, the hotel had burnt down. It's all all gone. It's just like, whoa, what a story is that? So anybody else that's booked it as a wedding venue, the hotel has burnt down. But fortunately, the people with us managed to get married. Well, blimey, Charlie, that's incredible, isn't it? It ends up going a bit chilly, clouded over, a bit breezy. Right, I'm just going to give the this quick area in front of the loos a quick mow over, and then that should be it till the weekend, all being well. I never got those hedges cut with a bit of messing about I've had to do, but yeah, just go and get the husky out and give that a quick go. The Travel Trolls, if you're watching this, when you come and interview guests that are staying with us, like these real people that are staying with us in the pod, not make believe, you know, your boyfriend JP, and you extract questions, you need to ask things to get out. So I could come over here and say hello to Bob and Julie, but that's not them giving it back to the camera. So I always say to people, do you want to introduce yourselves, give your names and where you're from? Because it breaks the ice stand. That's why you do it. One day, mate, you'll learn. But you know, there. Anyway, I've got sat outside here. Have you bought the chair for this dog? Has it got its own chair?
Yes.
Hello. Say hello. Hello.
Jimmy.
What are you doing? So Jimmy is, I do believe, if I remember right, he's 13. So a little bit older than Rasha and everything. Guys, I'm going to do it to you now. This is going to be a second night, isn't it? So
Yes.
Was it yesterday you came? Obviously,
yes,
God,
yes,
seems
yes.
longer than that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to get you to introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about your first 24 hours here at the nurseries. And yeah, over to you guys. Say hello.
Hi, my name's Lyndon.
I'm Dawn. We're from Doncaster.
Donny. Hey.
Sunny Doncaster.
Sunny Donny.
Sunny Doncaster. And we've had a lovely, peaceful stay.
And you've been doing a bit of photography?
Yes, some astrophotography last night was very clear. You could see the band of the Milky Way, very dark skies. Lovely.
And did you say you've seen an owl?
Yes, and the owl last night as well.
Yeah. And how's it been in the, obviously staying in the pod?
Very quiet and very peaceful.
Yeah. And you've been out today, haven't you?
Skegness.
Yeah, seen celebrities, I believe, and things. We won't go into
Yes,
that, but
no, yes.
apparently, yeah, you've been waving at famous people.
Yes.
I can't say what that's about, but those that know will know.
Secret, yes.
Donny, how long you lived in Donny for?
Oh, false life.
What was life?
53
Too long.
years.
My best pal, he's been my best man twice. Parker, Mr. Parker, if you're watching this. Yeah, what happens in Donny stays in Donny.
Stays in
That's
Donny.
right, yes.
We've had some mad nights out there.
You can have some mad nights out there.
I mean, proper, like, I'm going back decades ago, but proper. But the daft thing in Donny, so I'm from Manchester, and I think Doncaster is actually possibly colder than Manchester. Not as wet. But we used to go out with no coats or anything like that, because you've got to be really hard to just walk out, middle of winter, freezing your nut, absolutely freezing your nuts off. And I say to Robert, like, I need to put a coat on. I'm not putting a coat on.
The pubs are too close. You don't need a coat.
Don't need a coat.
You're out of that one.
Into another.
But later in life, Rob, my best man, do you know what he started to do? He's wearing white socks. And I was the best man for him. And you know what else he's got? Brown shoes. And he's driving a hairdresser's Porsche. He's got a little Porsche 911 Carrera or whatever they're called. He's yeah, hairdresser's car.
Yeah.
Thinks he's it. Right, I'm going to have to go because I think I've got to check in. Where's the jacket there, guys?
What jacket?
Oh, me camp warden jacket.
Warden
sorry.
jacket. Never seen a camp warden jacket.
Yeah, me high vis.
No, nothing.
I've got my campsite warden jacket.
How was it?
They were a bit loose.
No, looking after the campsite. I hope you've not been up to any mischief. I hope you've not been taking the mickey out of me or anything.
No.
Have you?
No, we were professional, weren't we?
We were professional.
We were professional. We got people off for you.
Can you pogo? Go on, have a pogo.
Can I pogo?
Yeah, go on, do a pogo. Yeah. Go on, pogo. Go, jump. Oh, sorry.
I did fucking
I'll teach you to take the mickey.
I did say
Why
did you look at me and I'm going like that and then you did it?
Right, so you're obviously not a very professional campsite warden because you would obviously be doing a risk assessment before you do anything, wouldn't you?
Can you duck? If you can, I'll do it now.
Yeah, go on, do a pogo. Go on, pogo. Go, jump.
Why did you look at me and I'm going like that and then you did it?
So we just had a fledgling baby pigeon spotted here, and we weren't too sure of its condition, and I said sometimes you've just got to let nature take care of nature. Now JP was here, so I thought get him to have a look at it, and he grabbed all of it. Anyway, it's full of life, so yeah, it's hidden itself in the greenery. But it's very unusual because normally when that happens, you've normally got a parent up in the trees. Here you can hear them cooing. Nothing. So yeah, so we've got a dike here, but look at the blackberries. They're all coming for a forage. Right, time to wrap up for the day. So anybody who watched the Travel Trolls vlog last night, where Dan was trying to be clever, and obviously I've not seen it, I've got no idea, but I can guess exactly what it's all about. Yeah, Dan trying to be clever as ever. EU laughs last will always laugh the longest, and I'm hoping Dan hasn't got a big sore head. Sorry Jan, sorry Dan, but gotcha.